If I were the one, what will I do to make sure I am always in need? To make sure my services are always in need? Well, I might just get this one done to a significant level so that I can be trust with my employer. Then I just create a need for my services in another area, so that my employer can keep hiring me and I keep earning my salary or wages. So, what do you think about that scenario? This was how it all went down. Watch.
Today, Russian mercenaries are on our northern border. Burkina Faso has now entered into an arrangement to go along with Mali in employing the Wagner forces there. I believe a mine in southern Burkina has been allocated to them as a form of payment for their services. Prime Minister of Burkina Faso in the last 10 days has been in Moscow. And to have them operating on our northern border is particularly distressing for us in Ghana. Apart from not accepting the idea of great powers once again making Africa their theater of operation, we have a particular position that you know about over the Ukraine war, where we have been very, very vocal and upfront about condemning the invasion of Russia by Russia. And therefore, then now to have this group at our borders is a matter of some considerable disquiet and concern for us.
Burkina Faso is angry with Ghana for what their president did in America. How their president accused them of so many things. And they are so unhappy about this move. I understand with Ghana. I understand their situation. No one wants a hostile person near their door. No one wants a irrational person beside them, let alone someone who is armed. So I understand. But my confusion or my displeasure is where they decide to channel this complaint. Why take it to the United States? Why take it to our US African Summit? I think they were invited there to talk about business, even though many people have speculated that there wasn't any agenda, any clear agenda for that meeting. That the US Africa Summit was a total failure. Many people have suggested that we have a very critical voices from Africa and the great Pan-Africanist, Dr. Arikana, who is more knowledgeable on issues like this. She has poured more light on this particular subject. But that aside, if Ghana is worried about having people who Ghana thinks are unfriendly at their northern border with Burkina Faso, they should have complained or they should have taken their concern and worry to the AU. I think that if we are talking about African unity and if Africa is trying to project strength and authority to the rest of the world, Africa has got to handle problems in Africa. Africa has got to put on the big man gloves. We cannot run to the West with every single issue. We cannot expect the West or America to come to our assistance in the least trouble that we have. From records, we all know that they hardly walk the talk. They say something, but they hardly follow up with actions. It's clear. It's in the records. Check it for yourself. So if Ghana was concerned, which I think is a legitimate concern, because if I were Ghana, I would be concerned too. But Ghana shouldn't have taken this concern or this complaint to America. Ghana would have worked with the AU, the African Union. That is a body that is in charge of resolving issues in Africa. It is the job of the AU to resolve this issue. And I will hope that the AU will step up its game, because for far too long, the AU has been like a toothless bulldog. Can't do anything. And that was why I said in my last video, they stood by and watched Libya being destroyed and they did nothing. It was a blow to AU. It was a big shame to AU. They went on with business like usual. They did nothing. That was a total mistake. How can anyone take you seriously when you cannot get anything done? How can anyone even consider you as an equal when you run to them with any least problem that you have? How can anyone consider you an equal where they have to do every single thing for you? And you want them to respect you, and you want them to call you an equal, and you want them to give you a seat on the table where you cannot get anything done on your own? No, they won't. It doesn't work that way. Africa must learn to solve Africa's problem. Africa must learn to stand on its own 2 feet. And Africa and Africans must believe in themselves. Without that, we won't go anywhere. We will complain about being disrespected, about being neglected, about being unnoticeable, and no one will change their mind. Do you know why? Because we haven't proven to them that we are up to the task. We have not proved to them that we can do anything. We have always been the beggar. We have always been the little whiner, whining about every single thing and not actually getting anything done. And for Burkina Faso, who invited the unfriendly people that Ghana was talking about, I hope they know what they are doing, and I wish them the best. I love the idea of them taking their country back from France and trying to build up their country, trying to create a new future for their people. I love that because I have said it many times. France in Africa, no good. Period. So seeing Burkina Faso taking back their country makes me so proud. But they shouldn't forget that inviting friends to come and help them secure their country doesn't show strength. They have to do it themselves. And let me ask this question before I go. Those friends of Burkina Faso and unfriendly friends to Ghana, are they business people or not? And are they asked to do a service, right? Which means they get paid for doing whatever they are doing in Burkina Faso, in Mali, and Central African Republic, right? So, as a business person, do you think that they will want to put themselves out of a job by actually getting this problem solved? That is what I've been asking myself, and that is what I am asking you guys, so that you guys can educate me on this. Will they solve this problem and put themselves out of a job? Or they might just create another situation somewhere that will require their services so that they can fill in. Who knows, right? Yeah, I'm just, sometimes I think too much. Many people say, oh, you this guy, you think too much, right? But I'm that type. I always think way ahead, right? Yeah, so I'm just like, if I were the one, what will I do to make sure I am always in need? To make sure my services are always in need? Well, I might just get this one done to a significant level so that I can be trust with my employer. Then I just create a need for my services in another area, so that my employer can keep hiring me and I keep earning my salary or wages. So, what do you think about that scenario? Let us know in the comment section below because, like always, we love hearing what you have to say. So, thank you for watching this video. And, like always, see you in the next one.